Okay, ready to dive in. Looks like we've got a transcript from A Better You for Nan Ramirez's podcast.
Oh, yeah, all about setting intentions, right? Yeah, and cultivating a positive mindset.
Exactly. So, are we looking for some inspiration today or what?
Always. Let's unpack this.
Well, Ramirez, he jumps right into this idea of living in the present moment. All about gratitude, letting go of past regrets and future anxieties.
Interesting.
He actually says, dwelling on the past or future steals the joy of the present.
It's very much like mindfulness, isn't it? Focusing on the here and now.
Yeah, and he even suggests listening to the podcast, like during your morning routine.
Oh, so you're integrating that positivity right into the start of your day.
Exactly. And then he goes on to suggest setting a daily intention.
Oh, I like that. Like a guiding principle.
Yeah, yeah.
There's actually a psychological phenomenon that supports this. Have you ever noticed how when you buy a new car, you suddenly start seeing the same model everywhere?
Oh, totally. Like your brain is just
Yeah.
tuned into it.
Exactly. So Ramirez is suggesting that by setting an intention, you're basically priming your brain to notice opportunities and experiences that align with that intention.
So he's not just saying set an intention, he's giving you the words.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, I am grateful, I will be present, I accept myself as enough.
He gives you like a whole list.
He gives you a whole list of these affirmations.
Oh, affirmations. Yeah, those are classic tools, right? Like in self-help and stuff.
And then he gets into this concept of like vibrations, aligning yourself with gratitude and attracting positive opportunities.
So it gets a little woo-woo.
It gets a little woo-woo.
But I think there's a message there that a lot of people really connect with.
Mm.
Cultivating a positive mindset and focusing on the good.
Mm.
He even suggests actively seeking out like positive experiences. Enjoy a sunny day, appreciate nature, share a laugh with a friend.
Yeah, like focus on the details rather than getting bogged down in negativity.
It's really about consciously shifting your attention and perception, which is a core principle of cognitive behavioral therapy, right?
So instead of focusing on, I don't know, the traffic jam you're in, you appreciate the beautiful sunrise.
Exactly. Just a simple shift in perspective.
Makes a world of difference.
Absolutely.
So Ramirez, he then tackles confidence and self-compassion.
Oh, good one. Tough one for a lot of people.
It is, and he argues against dwelling on insecurities. He actually says that everyone experiences self-criticism.
Oh, we all do. We all do.
He even goes on to say that others are often too preoccupied with themselves to even notice, like, our perceived flaws.
Right. We kind of magnify those insecurities in our own heads.
And he illustrates this with a story about a TikTok video where a girl asks viewers to, like, guess her biggest insecurity.
Oh, interesting.
And no one can figure it out.
I see.
So it just highlights how much of our insecurity exists primarily in our own minds.
It's a powerful reminder, isn't it?
Yeah.
To just challenge those negative perceptions and practice self-acceptance.
And then he sort of shifts gears to talk about taking action and embracing growth.
Okay.
He actually says, and I quote, "Get out of bed and do the things."
So it's one thing to have that positive mindset,
Yeah.
but you got to actually, put it into action.
Right. Otherwise, it's just wishful thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's challenging us to, try new things, pursue our goals, develop healthy habits.
All those good things, yeah.
And he makes this point that even small efforts, right, can lead to significant changes over time.
I mean, there's that concept in psychology, the compound effect.
Mm.
Small, consistent actions,
Right.
they build up over time.
Small steps, big results.
Yeah, exactly. And that ties into, what Ramirez is saying about having a growth mindset, right? It's believing in your ability to learn and improve.
Even when you face setbacks.
Exactly.
And then he talks about the importance of adaptability and grace. He actually sees those qualities as signs of healthy mental health.
Okay, yeah.
And he advocates for understanding and compassion when dealing with challenging people or situations.
Yeah. It's like emotional intelligence, isn't it? Being aware of your own emotions and those of others.
Yeah, and then he even encourages extending grace to yourself and others, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey.
We're all works in progress, right?
We are all works in progress. And then he shifts to talking about celebrating achievements and expressing gratitude, both for our own accomplishments and those of others.
I like that.
Yeah.
Spreading that positivity.
Spreading that positivity and kindness.
Yeah.
And it gets really practical here. He offers this nightly reflection exercise. Note, 3 things that went well, 3 things that could be improved, and 3 things to be grateful for.
No, that's a good exercise.
Yeah, isn't
It's
it?
ending the day on that positive note.
And to wrap it all up, he closes with a series of affirmations.
Oh, so we're back to affirmations.
Yeah.
Focusing on what?
Focusing on self-love, abundance, the power of individuality.
Ah, so tying it all back together.
He really wants his listeners to, follow their dreams, prioritize their well-being. And he actually says this, no one is you, and that is your power.
That's good.
So what do you think?
A lot to unpack, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what strikes me is how he blends that practical advice with some of those, more kind of esoteric concepts.
Right.
He's not just talking about positive thinking. He's providing like concrete tools, strategies.
There's a lot of overlap with what we know about mindfulness, positive self-talk, even habit formation.
It's all connected.
He even touches on the idea of core memories.
Ah, interesting.
Have you ever considered which experiences have become core memories for you?
I'm not sure I have, actually.
It's an interesting thought, right? Like, what makes those memories so powerful? Is there a way to consciously create more of them?
Yeah, like, can you engineer a core memory? Almost.
Right, right. It's all about intentionality, isn't
It
it?
seems that way.
So before we go any further, I want to hear from you. What from Ramirez's message, really resonated with you?
It's funny. It is that idea of approaching each day with intention. It's so easy to just get swept away by the demands of life. But just taking a moment to set an intention, you're kind of taking control of your day
Yeah.
and you're steering it in the direction you want to go.
And even if you don't buy into that whole vibrations thing, the idea of actively looking for the good in your day, focusing on the positive, it really can have an impact, right?
Absolutely.
It's a small shift.
It's a huge impact.
Huge impact. I think it's also crucial to remember that personal growth is a journey, not a destination.
Right. There are going to be ups and downs, setbacks.
And Ramirez really encourages us to be patient with ourselves.
Yeah, give ourselves grace.
Celebrate the wins.
Exactly.
And it's okay to not be perfect.
We're all human.
So how can you apply this to your own life? Maybe start with Ramirez's nightly reflection exercise.
Oh, yeah. Good idea. That's a really, tangible thing people can do.
And remember, even small changes can lead to, big results over time.
It's not about overnight transformations. It's consistency.
And sometimes all it takes is a little boost of inspiration to get started, right?
That's where podcasts like this can be really helpful.
Yeah, it's like having a cheerleader in your pocket.
Yeah. Reminding you of your potential.
Encouraging you to embrace each day.
With that intention and gratitude.
Exactly. And maybe, just maybe, you'll create some core memories along the way.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Okay, so we've covered a lot, but before we move on, I want to leave you with one final thought. We've talked about setting intentions for the day, but what about setting intentions for your life?
Oh, wow.
It's a big question.
It is.
It might feel daunting at first, but it's also incredibly empowering, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's a reminder that we have the agency to shape our own lives and make a difference in the world around us.
And sometimes that's all we need to get started.
Exactly.
Thinking about the legacy you want to leave behind, it kind of brings up another point that Ramirez makes,
Yeah.
about how we treat ourselves and others. He really stresses recognizing your own worth, not letting insecurities hold you back.
He actually uses this phrase, access to your energy is a privilege.
Oh, wow.
Be mindful of who you allow to influence your mood, your outlook.
Setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries. He even cautions against getting caught up in drama or negativity. He's like, misery loves company.
Right.
It's not our job to fix everyone else's problems.
Yeah. Take care of yourself first.
Exactly. And then he talks about embracing our individuality, celebrating what makes each of us special.
Right, like this unique quality.
Yeah, those unique interests, talents, perspectives.
The things that attract people to us.
Yeah,
Right?
it's not about fitting in, it's about standing out.
Exactly. Letting your true self shine through.
He even talks about how those qualities contribute to your glow or aura, that energy that people pick up on.
So he's linking those internal qualities to external perception.
And if you're ever feeling down on yourself, remember what Ramirez says. No one is you, and that is your power.
Oh, I like that one.
Right.
Yeah.
He also encourages us to engage in those activities that bring us joy, Oh, highlight our personality, listening to your favorite playlist, wearing an outfit that makes you feel confident.
Little things.
Little things. Spending time in nature.
He even mentions that seeing the color green can lower cortisol levels.
Yeah. And he talks about how hugging trees can raise your vibrations.
He seems like he's got that playful energy.
He does. He does. You know, speaking of children, he also emphasizes the importance of compassion for our inner child
Oh, interesting.
and the inner child of others.
So it's not just about us.
It's not just about us. He actually frames it as a sign of healthy mental health.
Okay.
We're all going through this human experience for the first time, you know, making mistakes, learning as we go.
We're all works in progress.
Always a work in progress. He encourages us to be adaptable, open-minded when we're faced with those challenging situations or challenging people.
That's essential for life, right?
Yeah, yeah. Things don't always go according to plan.
Nope.
He even says things will work out the way they're supposed to.
A little bit of surrender.
Yeah. Ramirez also talks about taking care of our physical and mental well-being.
Of course, yeah.
Treat our bodies with respect, he says.
Makes sense.
Try new things, pursue goals, develop healthy habits, prioritize self-care.
Taking action.
Taking action. He's like, your future, you will 100% thank you for that.
It's true.
Right. Then he talks about recognizing and celebrating achievements, both big and small.
Yeah, acknowledge those wins.
Acknowledge those wins. And also, you know, acknowledging the accomplishments of others.
Yes, spreading that positivity.
Spreading that positivity, that kindness.
It's contagious.
It is contagious. And he circles back to his nightly reflection exercise, you know?
Right?
Take a moment before bed to review your day.
Yeah, it's good practice.
And finally, he concludes with a really heartfelt message of gratitude and encouragement, you know. Embrace life with passion, appreciate the beauty around you, believe in your power.
He's like a motivational speaker almost.
He is. He even shares some of his personal affirmations.
Oh, interesting.
Gives you a glimpse into like his own mindset.
Yeah, what he values.
And he ends with a powerful message of self-love and acceptance. No one can take that away from you, he says.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow, what a journey through the world of positive thinking and self-motivation, huh?
It is. It's fascinating how he brings together all these different concepts. Mindfulness, gratitude, self-compassion, action-taking, covers so much.
It's clear he really cares about his listeners.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what stands out to you as the most valuable takeaway from, you know, all of this?
I think for me, it's that emphasis on intentionality. It's so easy to just go through life on autopilot.
Yeah.
But when you're intentional, when you make those conscious choices, it can make such a difference.
It's about aligning your actions with your values. Right. And while, you know, we may not always be able to maintain a positive mindset,
It's a practice.
it is a practice.
It's not always easy.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly. He also, he shares this quote that resonated with him. I didn't come this far just to come this far.
Oh, I like that one.
It's a good reminder, right?
Yeah, yeah. He also emphasizes recognizing and appreciating, you know, the beauty in the world around us.
Yeah, the simple things.
The simple things, from the sunshine, the flowers.
The laughter of children.
Yeah, the unique qualities of those we love.
It's about finding joy in those everyday moments.
And he reminds us that the beauty we see in others is often a reflection of the beauty we carry within ourselves.
That's a nice thought.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And then he leaves us with that powerful call to action.
Which is?
Take control of your life, pursue your passions, create the life you desire.
Go for it.
He reminds us that we are capable of achieving anything we set our minds to.
That's a good message.
He even challenges us to consider the legacy we want to leave behind.
That's a big one.
It is. It is. It's about thinking beyond ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up this deep dive, I have one final question for you to ponder. We've talked a lot about setting intentions, cultivating positivity, embracing our individuality, but what if the real key to personal growth and happiness lies in something even simpler?
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued.
What if the key is simply showing up? Showing up for ourselves, showing up for others, showing up for life with an open heart, a willingness to learn and grow.
That's a powerful thought. Just being present.
Being present, engaged.
Committed to the journey.
Yeah, even when it's challenging.
Even when it's uncomfortable.
It's about embracing the messiness of life, you know? Trusting that even in the midst of the chaos and uncertainty, there's always something to be learned, something to be grateful for.
It makes you realize that life really is a gift.
It is. It is.
And the greatest adventures are often found in those unexpected moments.
Exactly.
The challenges we overcome.
And sometimes the most important thing we can do is simply show up.
Ready for whatever comes our way.
Ready for whatever comes our way.
You know that idea of simply showing up? It's really powerful.
Yeah, because it's like, in a way, that's what Ramirez is saying, right? Show up authentically, confidently,
Even if you don't feel.
even if you don't feel it. With that positive outlook, he seems to think that action can come before feeling.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Like by putting in the effort, actually doing the things.
Do the things, he says.
Yeah. You can actually shift how you feel inside.
It's like fake it till you make it, but like with more depth.
Right, exactly. It's not about pretending your feelings aren't there, but choosing to act, like the person you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe those positive feelings will follow.
There's like a ton of research on behavior change, right?
Oh, yeah.
Our actions can really influence our thoughts and our emotions.
Totally. So if you're waiting for like the perfect moment to start something,
Mhm.
Ramirez would probably just say, start.
Just start. Take that first step, even if it's small.
Exactly. And trust that the momentum will build.
It's like overcoming inertia, right?
Yeah.
You're proving to yourself that you can take action.
Yeah. And you never know, that one small step could lead to like a ton of positive changes.
The butterfly effect,
Oh, I love that analogy.
right? One tiny little thing.
Rippling outward.
And it's like Ramirez is encouraging us to be the butterfly.
Flap our wings and see what happens.
Create some beautiful chaos, right?
I like that. Embrace the power we have to shape our reality.
And it's important to be mindful of our impact on others, but it's also okay to like prioritize our own happiness and well-being, right?
Absolutely.
Remember that phrase, access to your energy is a privilege.
Yes, setting those boundaries.
Setting those boundaries, protecting our mental and emotional space.
It's not selfish.
It's not selfish, it's self-care.
Ex-
And when we prioritize our own well-being, we're better equipped to show up for others in a more authentic way,
It's true.
It's like, putting on your own oxygen mask on an airplane before helping others.
Right. Take care of yourself first.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Ramirez's message,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this. What if the key to a better you isn't about, striving for perfection
Right.
or achieving some like unattainable ideal?
What if it's about embracing who you are right here, right now?
What if it's about showing up authentically and imperfectly?
Yeah, being open to learning and growing.
What if it's about embracing the journey, all the twists and turns,
Yeah.
and trusting that even amidst challenges, there's always something to be grateful for?
That's a good one. What if the greatest adventure is simply the one we're already on?
Being human.
Experiencing life in all its messy beauty.
Food for thought, right? Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep showing up. Until next time.